So we are back once again on all our compliances video, and in this video we are bringing you a very important compliance information as regards CAC, everything you need to know about CAC compliances for business name. This is for business name, so it's another video, it's a new video entirely. Even though we have been bringing you information about CAC, business name, so it was just combined together, right, with business name, with limited liability company, with NGO. But this one is for business name particularly. So we'll be doing it typically for each of those categories of business. So in today's video, it will be for business name. So the first part will be all the compliances for business name as it relates to Corporate Affairs Commission, that's CAC. And then we'll also be bringing you the second part for business compliances for business name. So we have for CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, then we also have for business compliances. So we are Zone Consulting. So you follow us in this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and of course, refer us to businesses that need all our professional services. Come along with us in this very important compliance video. So we are ensuring that every business owners, every entrepreneur are conducting their business in a way that they will not have issues with the regulatory authorities and they avoid penalties, because those money that you're going to pay for penalties, right, you can deploy it into your business to do some important things that will even generate profit for your business. So that's why we are rooting for your business. We are a professional consulting firm, and we support you if you can reach out to us to work with you. The practical guide on CAC business name registration. So everything you need to know about business name compliances. So all the compliances for business name is what we are dishing out to you in this video. So come along with me. So what is a business name registration? A business name is the simplest and most affordable form of business registration under Part B of Companies and Allied Matter Act, that is CAMA. So it is the simplest, the least indicator of business registration, because its formality is very simple, straightforward, and direct. So who is business name? Who are the categories of people that business name are suitable for? The first people here is sole proprietors, a one-person business. So we usually call this one-man business. So the sole proprietors is suitable for a sole proprietor. Then for partnerships, so if you are into or you want a partnership business, 2 or more individuals, so you can also choose a business name. Then small, medium, or informal businesses. So I've, have a situation whereby a client of ours was asking that those that are in the informal sectors, how will they be able to comply to all these business compliances, all these taxes, CAC? And we're able to, dissect all those information, give him a better and clearer understanding. And one of the best way that informal, businesses can start compliance is by putting their business into business name registration. Have a formal legal document for that business. So that is the foundation. For example, Glory Fashion Store is a kind of business name registration. BrightTech Solutions is an example of business name registration. Then the second thing here is benefit of registering a business name. Number one is that you have a legal recognition in Nigeria. In Nigeria, all over the nation, there's a legal recognition of your business. The second thing is that protection from others using your name. Your name is unique to you, so you must protect that name by registering it with Corporate Affairs Commission. So you can reach out to us if you want us to register your business with CAC. Then ability to open a corporate business account. You cannot open a corporate account if you don't have a CAC registration of that business. It's not possible. So the first thing is for you to register that business before you can open a corporate or business account for it. Then ability to apply for loans and grants. Yes, there are some loans and grants that business name also qualify for that you can apply for with your business name registration. Then access to government contracts and opportunities. Yes, there are some contract and opportunity, even though it may not be on a large scale, but on that level of your business name, you can qualify for those contracts and opportunity with government. Then proof of business existence and professionalism. It shows that your business is in existence, is alive, is in operation. You are engaging in activities which is legal, Then ability to issue invoices and receipts in the name of your business. Because there are some people that will not do business with you if that business is not legally registered with CAC. You may be losing businesses. And of course, we have brought you a video on penalties for doing business with an unregistered businesses. There's a penalty of 5 million if you are dealing with unregistered businesses. Of course, the condition is for you to register with Corporate Affairs Commission. And then secondly, you register with us, and we do all of those compliances for you without stress. So you can reach out to us. So foundation for future company upgrade. Yeah, we have seen people reaching out to us that they want to upgrade their business name to limited, and we have been doing it for them seamlessly. So if the scope of your business is expanding, you can upgrade it to a limited liability company, and you can take advantage of the Nigerian Tax Act that is coming into force next year, which is less than 20 days from this time. Then the third part here is requirements for business name registration. So if you want to register for business name, so it's better we advise that you register it with an accredited CAC agent. We are accredited CAC agents. You can reach out to us to register your business name. I'll be giving you some professional advice and information that you need. So the first thing here is personal requirements. So you as a proprietor, you need your full name, your date of birth, your phone number, your email that is valid, your residential address, then valid means of identification, either your NIS slip, your international passport, your voter's card, or driver's license that are not expired, that is still, active. So you need those means of identification, then passport photograph, and then a scanned signature of yours. Then we have business information that is required. Propose 2 names that will be registering for that business name. Then you need a business address if it is different from your residential address. Then the business nature and activities. So we help businesses to structure this very well in a suitable way that is acceptable for CAC. Then proprietors details, so which we have already said earlier on. Then the number 4 part here is step-by-step process of CAC business name registration in 2025. The first step here is name reservation, which we have said that 2 names will be searched, at least 2 names will be conducted for search and one will be approved for that business. Then we have CAC approves or rejects the name based on conflict or restriction. So when you reach out to us, this will not happen because we would have told you that this name will be either rejected or accepted, and we ensure that we put in for the name that will be approved, that will be accepted by CAC before we start the registration. Then approval is valid for 60 days. So once that name has been approved, so we have 60 days grace. So we don't wait till 60 days grace. Between 3 to 7 days, your name is out and all the business registration document. Then the second step here is the business name registration form will be filled correctly. Like, for example, business address, the description and business activities, then the proprietor's details and the nature of business. Then the third step here is we ensure that the documents are uploaded in the correct format. So we ensure we upload that, like the proprietor's passport, the signature, the valid ID, and then additional document that we are going to prepare and upload for you. Then the first step here is the registration fee will be made, the payment will be made on the portal, and after payment, the CAC will begin their processing, which we wait for some days, like between 3 to 7 working days at most. Everything will be completed and the approval will be granted. Then the step 5 here is CAC will review the application and there may be requests for correction. So we will not, because this is what we do, there won't be a need for any correction because we would have uploaded all the correct documents and information. Then the 6th step is that certificates will be issued upon the approval of the registration. So once approved, there will be receiving of CAC business name certificates in PDF format. Then the status reports will also be received. Then the processing timeline, we've said between 3 to 5 working days. So 24 hours to 5 working days, depending on workload, because CAC is all over Nigeria and even beyond. So the workload will also determine that. But we follow up with CAC directly to ensure that the approvals are granted in time. Then the number 5 thing here is important rules when choosing a business name. So when you are choosing a business name, some names require special approval. For example, words like group, holdings, international bureau, federal, state, municipality, chamber of commerce. So they are special names. So they may be restricted, and most business names are restricted from using some certain name. And of course, there are some businesses that are not allowed in business name, that are not allowed for business name registration. We have a video on that on our YouTube channel. You can watch it and you can reach out to us for some enlightenment. Some names are prohibited, like we have said. So like names that are offensive or misleading in nature, names identical or confusing or similar to existing names. So if names are similar to existing business names that have been registered with CAC, it will not be allowed, and we'll give information on that. Names suggesting government affiliation will not be allowed. So good example of names like BrightTech Enterprise, Apex Fashion Hub are good example. Then number 6 here is post-registration obligations. So after the pre-incorporation have been completed and CAC have approved the name, which you're going to get your certificate and then your status report, then you must know that there's what we call post-registration obligation. So after the registration, you must note the following. Number 1 is annual filing. Is annually. That's why we call it annual filing with CAC. So this can only be done with an accredited agent, of which we are, and you can reach out to us on your annual filing with CAC. So you must file your annual returns every year to keep your business active on CAC portal, on CAC register. If not, you will, stand the risk of losing that business to being marked as inactive, and it might summarily be struck off. Then there will be failure or penalty or possible delisting if you don't file your annual returns on a yearly basis. Then we have tax registration revenue service, tax registration for businesses. Then another thing is corporate bank account. Once you have your CAC certificate, you can have your corporate account. So with your CAC certificate, with your status report, valid means of identification like NIS slip, international passport, the driver's license, and some other accepted valid means of identification, your passport photograph, and your utility bill for your business. You can use it to process your corporate bank account. We also assist businesses in this line as well. Then business name upgrade if needed. So if you need to upgrade your business name, you can also upgrade it. But you must be sure that the filing has been done up to date. If you want to upgrade your business name, if that business name have not been filed up to date, it will not be allowed to upgrade. So you must ensure that all the business names are filed up to date before we can be able to upgrade it. Then number 7 is that there are common mistakes that people make when they are registering their businesses. Number 1, using restricted names that we have mentioned earlier on. Wrong spelling of names during reservation. Uploading unclear documents. Yes, CAC usually talk about this. Using email not accessible. If the email is not accessible, is not active, or you don't have login to it or anything, why are you using it? You need to have a new email address that is active for your business. Not understanding annual returns requirements is another issue. Then wrong classification of business activity is a challenge on its own. So when you reach out to me, we will take it up from you and we ensure that the right thing are being done. So business name versus limited company, which one you should choose? Of course, we are still going to be bringing you this information about limited liability company. The first thing you must know is the picture of business name and the limited liability company, number 1. And the second thing is that the liability for business name, you must know that the liability is unlimited. Then all your business assets are in a situation whereby there is a risk, everything will be taken off, right? Because it's unlimited liability. Why for limited liability company, the liability is limited because there's a legal entity. No legal entity for business name. That's why their liability is unlimited. Why limited liability company? There is a limited liability because they have a legal entity. The business is separated from the owner. So it is only the asset of the business that will be taken care of during any risk or liability, while the personal assets of the owner will not be touched in any way. Then number 3, suitable. What is the suitability? For business name, it is suitable for sole proprietorship, partnership, small and medium businesses. Why for limited company? For professional, if you want to, conduct your business in a professional way and you want to scale your business, it is better you do limited company. Then bank slash investors trust. For business name, it is limited, it is moderate. Why for limited liability company? The trust of investors and bank is high. Then the number 5 thing here is the taxes. Personal income taxes for business name. Why for limited liability companies? It is company income tax, which we call CIT. For the cost of business name is a bit low, but for limited liability company, it is higher because there are more benefit and opportunity with the company. Then number 9 here is the standard description of business activity, which can be used when doing the registration. So you must be very specific when you are trying to describe that business description of that business name. For example, you can say business engages in general consulting services, including business advisory, capacity building, documentation support, digital solution, and other related commercial activity. So all this description must be well spelled out, because that is what you pay in your business registration document, so that it will not have any confusion when you are dealing with investors. So this is where we'll be stopping on the business compliances for business name with CAC. And we are going to be bringing you the second part for business name compliances in Nigeria, for business generally, business compliances for business name. So this is for CAC. So make sure you like, subscribe to our YouTube channel and refer us to businesses, and reach out to us if you need any of our professional services. So my name is Oluwatosin. I'm a chartered accountant and the managing partner of Proton Consulting. So you can reach out to us on all our line, both WhatsApp and on call, or via email on our website and on our social media platform. So until we come your way in another video, stay compliant and have a good day. Bye for now.